Back to the national championship game from the women's side. Got ratings on that yesterday.
Were they good?
I wonder. You tell me if this is good or not. So ABC ESPN says they had 18.7 million people on average watching the Caitlin Clark versus South Carolina game. The Iowa, I guess, versus South Carolina game. It peaked at 24 million. It ended up being the most watched college basketball game, period, since 2019. That's a long time. That would be since the national championship game of Texas Tech and Virginia, I believe.
Really?
Yes.
Were we all magically drawn to our television?
Well, there's pre-COVID, there's post-COVID.
Okay.
And that was a good game too. Had a crazy last second shot. And just to go ahead and get in front of this, that will be more viewers than watched last night's game. When the ratings come out for the national championship game last night on the men's side, it will be less than the national championship that was watched on Sunday afternoon.
And what does that mean, Connor?
What does it mean? Oh, that's the question. There's a lot of people who have a lot of thoughts about what that means, Josh. What do you think it means?
What do I think it means?
Yeah, what do you think it means?
I think it means Caitlin Clark is a unicorn.
Bingo. I think that is exactly what it means.
That's not disrespect to the women's game.
Nope.
That just, and I don't even know what it is about her.
Okay, great question. Let's dive in right there. That's a great that's a nice little 7-foot pool that we could dive into.
I mean, it's
what about Caitlin Clark is so interesting, and I do not say this in a combative way because I am interested.
I am too.
I am interested. I am genuinely wondering. What is it about Caitlin Clark that has attracted so many people to watch her game in, game out? Now her college career is over. Is it? I mean, let's just lay out a variety of different possibilities here. The idea that she is basically by herself on the team and you'd like to see her. Is it the same reason why people watch Purdue and Zach Edey? We're like, sure. Is it she hasn't been polarizing in anything she said. I don't think. Other people think she's polarizing. Other people want to go out and say that she hasn't broke record that she clearly has. Yeah,
what's up with that?
Other people want to say that she's been in college for 5 years. She's only been in college for 4. Like, I don't get what the general public, and I shouldn't say that the general public doesn't like her because I think she's looked at favorably by Americans in general, but you have so many out there who have used her as an opportunity to, to say that this is what's bad. Like, I don't know, she takes too many shots. I don't know what it is. But
she has been ref too much.
A lightning rod for criticism.
Yeah.
A lightning rod for criticism. And it comes personal. Like, she does complain too much to the refs. Definitely.
So does
everyone.
Every superstar basketball player.
Everyone. Right. Like, so what is it about her? What is it about her?
Because, and I don't even know if I should say this, but we're here. It's not like she's Livy Dunn where we're all
sure, I got you.
Uniquely fascinated by literally anything she's doing.
Yeah. No, we've seen women's college basketball players rise to a level of fame for that reason.
Uh-huh.
It ain't that with her.
No.
So like it's really now we get this from Aaron, and Aaron, you're not wrong.
Hi, Aaron.
Aaron says, he tweets at Connor Happer on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed, the time of the game had to have mattered with the ratings. No doubt about it. If you want to just talk about the 18 million that watched on Sunday, like, I knew it was going to be higher rated than the men's game specifically for that reason. Like, that's why. That's at least part of the reason why. It is on network television. We are still living in a society where people have television and they like the television that's on the TV, Not everybody's a cord cutter yet. So when you're on network television, more people are going to watch you or have the opportunity to watch you. you're going to get better ratings. Absolutely, that counts. Sunday in the afternoon instead of Monday night at 4:00 in the morning or whatever. The men's play the national championship game last night. Yes, that matters. But to take it a step further, to go beyond that, I'm genuinely asking the question, what is it? What is it with her that has made her such a lightning rod? Not just for ratings, but for all this criticism and she is. How many times in our lives, Josh, have we seen the best player of all time in a sport come through? Have we seen we have now seen the best women's college basketball player of all time.
Right.
We have now seen her in our lives and in the take world that we live in. Have we seen the best men's college basketball player of all time in our lifetime?
Gosh, I don't even know who that would be.
I don't know.
Just
who
on
would
a base
be
level. I mean, we've seen Jordan, we've seen Gretzky.
We've seen Jordan and LeBron.
Yep.
Those are comps in the NBA. Have we seen the best baseball player of all time in our lifetime? Are we watching him right now? Is he kind of a lightning rod for criticism? He's definitely going through some stuff right now. I don't think he's the greatest of all time, at least not yet. So that, I'm just throwing that out as a theory. Maybe that's just simply the reason why, because she's the best and she has to take all the arrows that are slung at her in that direction. Jack John writes in on the JTech Constructions on Twitter feed, ask Caitlin Clark's dad what's annoying about Caitlin Clark. He's always in the crowd telling her to shut up. That's a classic dad move. He's like, hey, quit complaining and go put, that's basically the equivalent of the dad in the crowd at a high school baseball game saying, hey, put your hat on straight. You look like an idiot. Why are you wearing those sunglasses when it's nighttime? Why you got all those chains on? Classic dad take.
Yeah.
Classic dad take. All right, you talk about Caitlin Clark.
People want to talk about her.
It starts happening for you, I guess. Okay, so who's first here, Josh?
Rick.
Let's go to Rick on the 42 Degrees of Source hotline. Hi, Rick.
You can call me Sunny, being it's sunny out. Hey, thanks for taking the call. She provides drama, she's entertaining, and she produces. And furthermore, if anybody watches Chicago PD, there's a female police officer on there. She kind of resembles her. So, she came along at the right time, and she gets the job done. She got number 2 for the national championship. But she's in the right place at the right time. It's that simple.
Okay.
Thanks for taking the call. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Rick, a.k.a. Sunny. Appreciate it. Now, I don't think because she looks like a lady from a TV show, that is the reason for her popularity, but I think the rest of the stuff stands.
I am going to put that on the poll, though.
Is Caitlin... we're going to get some votes on this. Is Caitlin Clark only famous because she looks like the lady from Chicago PD? Was that what he said? Was that what Rick said? Chicago PD?
Yeah.
That could go bad for us, Josh. We'll invite them back to listen to this segment. Another phone call. Here we got Donnie on the 42 Degrees of Source hotline. Hey, Donnie.
Hey, guys. It's Donnie. Hey, you call me. Just call me Donnie.
Hey, Donnie.
I don't need a stupid nickname. And she doesn't look anything like Ice-T. Oh, that's the wrong cop show.
Yeah, gotcha.
Sorry. Wrong cop show. So I'm pulling hose. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room because I'm in a small town, small community. This goes back to the issue that she had with the elephant, the "you can't see me" and all that garbage.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark relates to a certain sect of people in this community and in this country, all white people.
Mm.
And it's finally nice to see a good white girl. I actually heard that come out of a guy's mouth.
Interesting.
See a good white girl in college basketball these days. It's to me, it seems like she's super popular, and like you said, the ratings are there because old people don't have cable, so they watch whatever's on the TV that they can get on the networks. And I just think this is a perfect storm. She's an amazing player. She doesn't seem to have much of a personality that I've seen, But to me, it just hearing what I'm hearing personally, it just comes down to they were wronging her, and I can't believe that girl from LSU did that to her and disrespected her like that. And so they all jumped on this bandwagon to protect the poor innocent white girl in basketball. And I see that, and I just wanted to address that. Thanks, guys.
Interesting. Thanks, Donnie. Because like obviously there's a lot of people who like her. I don't know if that's the reason why, but I think what I was getting at is that there's a lot of people who dislike her. Like she's polarized. Sure. She's really polarizing. So like, I don't think she's been really protected all that much by society. But I understand the sentiment. Like I not denying that could definitely be a thing in society. That's for sure. I got a text here that says, it's because it's similar to Steph Curry in that she's normal looking. She's not a gigantic person or athletic freak, and she just does extraordinary things on the basketball court. And it makes people think, could I do that? Could now the answer is
this ability.
The answer is God, no. I mean, you can, as we all figured out with Steph Curry, like that. There's only one guy. It's a more desirable skill than being 7'4", because you can be that all the time, and you can run around and stuff like that. But not everybody has it, right? You can't just be Caitlin Clark, or you can't just be Steph Curry because they look like you. They're good,
but I like to think I can.
Yeah, but maybe I guess that's the case. Text from the 402, Jason and Pender.
Hi, 402.
Her overall game is an attraction. She plays a style of basketball that's exciting to kids and teenagers. I also firmly believe that her availability to fans has been well marketed. No doubt. Okay. Every time you see anything about Caitlin Clark, it's like, look at what she does. She signs autographs for 30 minutes after the games. She does. She's a genuinely like good person. Like that's maybe it's just because it's so different. Like we're used to our stars being not that way, not as I don't know that she's like humble, but like not taking the time and living a certain type of way and all that stuff. Like she's in college. She's a college women's basketball player, and she is rich, but you wouldn't know it. Like you wouldn't know it by watching her walk into the arena. She's wearing sweatpants like everybody else. Maybe that's why you like her. Maybe that's why you dislike her. But there's no doubt about it. She is polarizing, and she has. There's no doubt she changed the game. Now, what does it mean going forward for women's basketball? Obviously, you got to capitalize off of it from a ratings perspective. Is the national championship game going to be watched by 19 million people next year? No, I can pretty much guarantee you that it's not. That's okay. The sport's in a different place now than it was 4 years ago. That's a good thing for that sport. Okay. Yeah, let's do a quick call here. Here we go. Scott on the 42 Degrees of Source hotline. Hey, Scott, what's up?
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Mm-hmm.
Just commenting on Caitlin Clark. She's very polarizing. While she plays a style of basketball that is, she sees the floor like very few do, and she makes some amazing passes. She's also polarizing because not every shot that she takes is a foul, and I'm sure it drives high school coaches and college coaches that tune in to watch her absolutely bonkers to watch her take some of the most ill-advised three-point shots from 35 feet that you've ever seen so early in the shot clock, yet she does so many things that many can't. And so you got both sides of it. And she's a lot of fun to watch, but super glad Iowa didn't win.
Interesting. Scott, thanks for the call. Okay, he kind of got me thinking about something. Is she polarizing because of her imperfection? Right? Like she does not take the best shots at all times. In fact, she many times takes a really bad shot.
True.
But you still have that hope that it might go in from time to time. And there's still the feeling of inevitability at the end of the day where she's like, oh, well, if that's not working for her, she'll get something else going. You know,
I said yesterday she's kind of got that Steph Curry thing where a bunch of youth coaches were always like, oh gosh, all these
here we go.
all these 10, 12-year-olds think they're Steph Curry and they're jacking it from the logo.
Yeah.
Like that's
Careful.
I realized it way after the fact.
Quick timeout. A couple more reactions on the other side. We still got to get to the big low. That'll be coming up right after the top of the 1 o'clock hour. More to come in the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Omaha's most listened to all sports radio station. Again and again and again. 1620 The Zone.